What's the first thing you noticed about me when we met, and do you still notice now?
First time I really saw you, first thing I noticed about you, she has a nice beard. Oh, handsome guys are like me.
One person is the friendly one, find it easy to make friends, and the other person is a little bit more reserved. And
I should have felt relief, but then I saw you coming, and you like market, so you're. What was it memorable for you?
Yeah, it was memorable for me because it was at the time when we just had our first child.
So opposite attracts, and in this video I want to give you the pros and the cons.
Looking back on our marriage, I realized that going on dates has really played an important role in our marriage.
True.
So like I'm just trying to think back to see what are our most memorable dates. Which dates have we really gone on that were like really pivotal, that were like, oh, these dates really did something for us. I mean, I think that going on dates generally is like compounded interest.
Yeah.
It's like, how intimacy compounds.
Yeah.
How it's just the little moments of connecting that ultimately make you feel more and more intimate every day.
Yeah.
I think going on dates is like that too. It compounds, it adds to your another layer, depth to intimacy.
I don't know why I'm just remembering a particular. Sorry about that. I'm remembering particular dates of the very, very early dates. I think the first one I remember was the first one is we were not married, and we planned to go and watch. This guy came to Nigeria. Is it Travis Scott?
Oh, Travis Green.
Travis Green. Travis Scott. No. Travis Green. I beg you. Mistake. Travis Green.
Yeah.
I wanted to go and watch him. Right?
Yeah, we wanted to. So Travis Green was having like a concert in a church in Abuja. And then we had planned that, we're going to have a date, just go to a Travis Green concert. I mean, I was a very big fan of Travis Green at the time.
Yeah.
So we dressed up and then
we carried water. We dressed up concert style to go and shout and jump. I think that time his album just had come out then. The one that has all the songs that he made away all those years. Yeah. So we're just like, we're going to jump, shout, enjoy ourselves. We got to the venue, people of God, and it was far.
It was far.
It was far. We got to the venue, people of God, and the program was the next day.
Yes, I'm telling you, we just thought that we missed the dates. Oh my God!
We got there, we were just like, are we too early? Why is nobody?
Exactly. Because we're even rushing to get there on time.
Yes,
and
get
we're
good
already
seats.
Feeling like, we're already late. We won't get good seats. And then we got there. Everybody was looking empty.
Just like,
what's happening?
Wait, I checked the banner. Is this the venue? Yes, this is the venue. What's happened? We went to ask the gate man. Say, we came here for this. This is tomorrow.
Anyway, that was very memorable.
That was very funny.
I think another memorable date we had was when we just got married and went to Millennium Park. And because at that time we had this like thing where we used to go to the park like every week or once every 2 weeks. Anyway, so we just
every week.
Yeah, went to the park. And then we had a book that we read to each other. Yeah. And then I think we just spoke about the book and all that. And at the end of that date, like I told us that, my period is late, let's go and buy.
Do you know that was the second memorable date that came to my mind?
So I was like, my period is 8 days late, let's go and buy pregnancy test strip. And people of God, that evening we discovered we were pregnant for our first child.
I can never forget that in my life.
And I was in tears because for the life of me, when I started that day and when we were having that date and having so much fun and being so in love, I did not envision I would end that day with the knowledge that I was pregnant. So yeah, that was very memorable.
I can never forget that day. I can remember what you were wearing.
I remember what I was wearing too.
I can remember everything. I remember where we sat in the little park. I can remember the pharmacy we went to. I can remember every single thing. I remember the ride home was awkward because someone was just thinking.
Like,
we're just
are we pregnant or not? Anyway. But I think that the fact that we had spent time with each other that day, being intimate, was just a good foundation for the information we're going to receive later in the day. So
the shirt you were wearing, the shirt you were wearing was the white shirt that had a cat in the pocket. Do you remember that your shirt?
Oh!
Yes, that shirt you were wearing. I remember clearly.
So I just wanted to point out that it's important to go on dates because you don't even know when you're going to reap the benefit of it.
Yes, you don't know, because
Yeah.
we reap the benefits of that date that night.
Yes.
Because we were met, like something huge met us, like hit us, and the fact that we were met with something as huge as that helped us to rely on the intimacy we had.
Yeah.
We had put in the intimacy bank that day to be able to go through it together, and I was able to comfort her. We were able to talk about it, just go through it honestly, the way we felt about it and everything, and just
because we both didn't feel ready, like financially ready. We didn't feel we were ready at
I think
all.
you had masters.
I was still in the middle of my masters, and
and we're just thinking, there's a thought we had, which was, we'll get married, we'll have a child after 2 years. After 2 years of waiting, we'll just be husband and wife, just enjoying ourselves, going on dates, going on.
Sigh, heavy sigh. But I mean, we love our children and we're happy. So
yes.
that was another memory date. A third memorable date for me would be after we had our first daughter.
Then we went. I remember where we went to. They demolished the place now.
Oh, so sad.
Abuja,
like it was a very nice cafe.
It was a cafe
with
where there are books.
Just a cozy, intimate place.
It was in Maitama Amusement Park, I believe. Yes, Maitama Amusement Park. There was a book cafe there that you could eat at, and you could read books. Just very cozy environment, comfortable chairs to read, games to play. And what was it memorable for you?
Yeah, it was memorable for me because it was at the time when we just had our first child, and at the time, the hospital we could afford, my husband was not able to be with me in the delivery room. So I went through the delivery process alone. And it was like a very traumatic delivery process for me. My baby was very big, so I was in labor for hours. When she eventually came out, she wasn't breathing. So it was just like, it was a lot. I myself was bleeding, like, badly. It's later on when I was having my second child that my doctor examined me and even told me that my cervix ruptured while a part of my cervix ruptured while I was giving birth to my first child. So I now remembered that day how after delivery, like, there was so much blood everywhere. There was blood on bed, blood on the floor.
I feel so uncomfortable.
Sorry.
But go ahead.
So, like, I was just like, oh, no wonder there was so much blood. But I just thought it was normal. Like, oh, women bleed so much when they have children. It was my first time. So it was after I had my second that there wasn't so much blood. So I realized that, okay. So it was, let me just say, my first delivery experience was really traumatic and I was alone. So coming out of the labor room, there was already that disconnect, and then that's the thing about parenting. Soon after the difficult process of delivery, you are thrown directly into parenting. So it was like we didn't have a moment to catch our breath. As soon as I was out of the labor ward, I was on admission. Our new child was in the ICU. My husband was running around, buying things for her in the ICU, buying things for me, caring for me at the same time. After that, we went back home, and there was caring for a new child who was sleeping in the night. So there was all that. My husband had to return to work as well shortly after that. So it was just like a lot of things happening at once. So I told my husband, I think, that we just need to go on a date. Like, I don't know who even suggested it.
I suggested it, because I just felt like we needed to catch our breaths.
And I think
I didn't think you felt. So one thing I realized was I didn't think you felt like I saw you as hot or beautiful. So I wanted you to take your time, get beautiful, do yourself up, wear a nice dress. Because from the hospital till then, all you had been wearing was 90s and stuff. But I still didn't. I still saw you as beautiful. I wanted you to like doll up and everything, and then we went out. And then for me, it was memorable because for the first time, I was able to. You allowed me into what happened, with you, and I also told you what happened with me while everything was going on, and we were just able to connect on that, and it was so important because such a monumental part of our lives just happened, and we're not in each other's space when it happened, and things like that are super important for us to connect on. So the fact that we could talk about it and connect on it really did a lot for our relationship. I think after that time, it was amazing for us.
Yeah. I mean, up until then, our relationship was strained, but we didn't even realize it because so much was happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So it was like we couldn't pause to catch our breath. And I think our baby was just 3 weeks old, where thank God I have wonderful sister-in-laws who were available at the time to babysit our baby. I just expressed milk and dressed up. Like, I also needed to dress up because I was just feeling like a mommy. You know, I didn't feel like a baby anymore. I didn't feel like a girl. I just felt like I'm such a mommy, always breastfeeding, smelling of breast milk, always in home clothes. So just the ability to dress up, because I wasn't going to church at the time. I wasn't really going anywhere.
Yeah.
So just the ability to just dress up in nice clothes, do a little makeup, and then just go out with my husband just made me feel like a babe. And then during that date, I didn't even realize how much, will I say, trauma of some sort I felt as a result of that childbirth process.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how much the fact that I was alone had bothered me, and how I just felt alone, you know, even after the childbirth process, because not that my husband wasn't there, but just because of the whole process. And for the first time, I was processing my emotions of how I felt, on how I felt during delivery and even after. And for the first time, I was able to express to my husband how I felt throughout I wanted to say 12 hours, but it was over 12 hours, about 18, almost 24
almost 24
Yeah,
hours.
over 24 hours.
24 hours.
Because I went in by 8 a.m., I came out by 11 p.m., even though our baby was born by 7 p.m., but I was there longer. So we're apart for over 24 hours. So I had to walk you through what I was feeling, you know, every single moment of those hours that we were apart. And I just like opened myself. I was very bare, expressed myself. And
I think we
for
both
the first
shed a
time,
tear too.
we shed some tears. And for the first time, like, you were able to see the delivery process through my eyes. I think another thing that prevented me from sharing was because I felt like there's nothing I can say that can make you understand. Because you were not there. But also, it's not your fault that you were not there. And I don't want to make you feel guilty for not being there, because you were not there because you didn't want to be there. But this was a conversation we needed to have.
Yes, we needed to have the conversation.
So you said, you know what, I'm just going to lay bare and see everything, how I felt at each moment, what it felt like. As much as I know it's hard to explain and experience, it's just easier when the person is there with you and experiences with you. But you can try through words. And I think I did try that day, and he understood, and that was just, we grew. We felt closer.
From them.
Yeah, we felt closer.
I feel
like
that
date.
this is the best practice for anyone who has just given birth, any couple who has just given birth. And we also give, from this time, we started giving advice to couples. So, and when you gave birth to a second child, we did it again.
Yeah, we did it again.
Although this time I was part of the entire process, but just going out to talk about it together. And so, this is what was going through my mind when I saw you doing this and everything. It was just, it was also wonderful. It was also wonderful. Another memorable date. What did I see? I think when we went to Wonderland. This time we went to Wonderland in Abuja. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, with Hadassah.
With Hadassah, yes. With Hadassah and stuff.
And she was still small.
Yeah, our dates before then had usually been, go out and eat, go out and watch a movie, go out and do this. But that was
another Wonderland date,
yes,
to be honest.
Yeah. So this was different. Like, just having those experiences, me seeing you be scared about some things, and me trying to form like I'm not scared about all the rights, but there's some that I was scared of. So just being in that scenario, it was wonderful. What's another one for you?
I think on my birthday last year, we had it. My birthday was on a Sunday, and we had just went on a really nice date after service, and it was a fancy restaurant, nice food, fancy food, nice desserts. Everything was
great ambience.
Great ambience. It was so nice. And typically, when we go out on dates, I'm always checking the bill. I'm the one always calculating everything. Say, this is our budget. We must not cross it. We must not order this. You know, I'm the strict financial person. But that day, I just relaxed. I said, Peg, it's my birthday. You know, let's just spend money. Let me allow myself to be spoiled. So that was good. That was a good date.
I think another great date that we had. I don't know if I should call it a date, because it wasn't just one thing. It was after we boot camp. We went on a whole,
that was,
I think, how many days was it?
Yeah, we went 2 or 3 days. 3 days.
I think it was 3 days.
3 days.
3 days in Lagos, in
we went to Lagos Continental Hotel. That was like our anniversary celebration. So we didn't get to. Typically, we like to go to a nice hotel for our anniversary. Just time away from our children, just like spend a few days together, connect.
But this time around, we just moved to a new city. So, we didn't know where to go, and we didn't want to spend that much money and not have the best experience. So just like, you know what, we are going to Lagos for a boot camp. And if you don't know what a boot camp is, pause. A boot camp is the flagship program for our church, Celebration Church International, and we have it in Lagos. It's such an amazing
it's our
experience.
Annual camp.
I meant to say annual.
It's our annual camp meeting.
Yes.
It's just like very good spiritual retreat. Just sets the course for the next year.
For the next year. Happens in December. If
already
you're watching this,
I'm
telling you, I'm really looking forward.
I am so
excited. Each year is just
it's
mind-blowing. It gets so much better. And you're just like, how can next year top this? And next year does top it.
Like, in more than top seats.
Yes.
Like so much better.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you are watching this is your sign to attend Reboot Camp this year. Don't miss it. You'll be glad you did. Trust me.
Just follow Celebration Church International, Celebration Church Global on social media, Instagram, and you get more information
about it. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.
Let's talk. Why
subscribe. Just subscribe.
Why?
Thank you. Support our efforts.
Yes. I mean, so
please
from
subscribe.
the statistics that I've looked at on the channel, a lot of people who watch are not subscribed. So it would be great if you can touch that button and click on the notification
and subscribe
bell.
Now,
so we can
and also share with people that this will bless, and comments. We love to read your comments.
Yes, we do. So I
back
think
to Lagos Continental Hotel.
So the hotel experience was awesome. It was really awesome. I mean, just having a relaxing environment. The food. The food was
good. The hotel was nice.
And we were at a very high room. So like the view that entire wall was glass. So just the view
it was really
so
nice.
Relaxing.
It was really relaxing. The food was amazing as well. It was that was.
And then we went out on a date to Shark Express.
Yes, while we were there.
My God.
God.
It was seafood.
To be transported back to that time in this moment. We'll have many more. Yeah, Maldives loading.
Yes. Come on. I love it.
Check on us soon. We'll do our Maldives
dates
video.
So what other dates was nice for you, memorable for you?
I don't know. I think I've come to the end of my memories.
Of your memorable dates.
Now those were all the ones I thought of. I mean, before we started shooting, so I haven't thought of more. Do you have any more?
I don't think so. But I think just talking through the memorable dates, I realized the compounded interest on what dates do for us.
Yeah.
And how it helps us keep the romance alive. And how awesome it feels to go on a date with you. And so I think it's a very important part for any couple's life to go on dates. And it's very easy to get carried away with how busy your schedules are that you rarely go on dates, and that's not good.
It's important to dress up for each other.
Yes.
It's important to dress
plan it. So we put in our budget.
Yes.
Every other week we go on a date. So
I just remembered one last memorable date. Which was our first Valentine's Day in Benin. We went to a Chinese restaurant. Was that the first time we went to? No, that was the second time. But the first time we went to that Chinese restaurant was memorable.
Yeah, because we had looked for a nice place.
I think we had gone on a date somewhere before. I can't remember the first place. Oh, yeah, I remember the first place we went to, but I'm not going to mention names. I'm not destroy anyone's brand. But the first place we went to eat on a date.
So normally we moved from Abuja to Benin, but in Abuja we had like a lot of places, options that we loved and we tried out and everything. Coming to Benin, we had to look for somewhere, and I think it was an anniversary.
It was our anniversary, so
and we went on the first date.
We wanted somewhere really nice, quiet, And I mean, the recommendation we eventually went with was not good. There was loud music. It was not nice and cozy.
Nice. We even saw a roach.
I saw a cockroach running up and down. it was sha not pleasant. The food was
not-
okay, but it was not a pleasant experience.
Not
So
pleasant
we were just
place.
discouraged.
We
We're
were
just like,
very discouraged.
no, this is the worst of the worst.
It
On
felt
our
so
anniversary,
bad.
yeah.
It felt so bad.
But after then, we went on another date to a Chinese restaurant.
And it was just like a breath of fresh
it
air.
was
The
quiet.
ambience, the music. When they play music, but
Yeah,
very
yeah,
soft.
soft music.
I don't mind if you play music in a
It's supposed to
restaurant.
be soft,
Just can it be just soft?
Yeah.
And not Charlie Poppy, please.
Bear in mind that when Benin, this is Charlie Poppy Center. God have mercy upon us.
Please, not Charlie Poppy.
Like, I don't want. Why do you want to go on my date where I'm trying to
And
connect
I'm hearing
with my
Gim,
husband?
Gim.
Ah,
I can't
God.
even
It's actually
hear each other
stressful.
Talk.
I believe that a lot of people actually don't go on dates to talk. They just go on dates to eat because
And take
I don't
pictures.
understand the loudness of music. The
Why
last
is it so
restaurant we
loud?
went to on a date as well was equal. The food was nice, but it was
just
equally
so
loud.
I don't think
And
we'll ever go there
yeah,
again.
we can't go there
Can't
again
go there
because
again.
it's
It
not
was
just
too-
our vibe.
It's not a vibe. But this Chinese
maybe
restaurant,
we should just repeat the two places that
we know.
But anyway,
This Chinese restaurant, it was just,
yeah. It was,
and the food tasted amazing.
Yes.
Like the waiter was awesome.
yeah.
She gave us
yeah.
wonderful recommendations,
Exactly.
and the food was. I remember one last date
Okay.
when we went to Ghana,
Okay.
and we went out with Steve,
yeah.
and he took us to because we watch Korean
Oh
series.
yeah.
So we watch Korean series a lot. And one thing you will know about Korean people, when they're eating, you will feel hungry.
I'm telling you,
Ha!
they always have like a nice spread of food.
And they're just always eating.
Oh my
And
God.
sometimes see them grilling their food. And
Yeah,
and
grilling
just
their
like,
meat and stuff.
it looks so good. So we spoke to Steve, our guy in Ghana. I went to
Yeah,
Ghana
our very
for-
good friend. Shout out to you, Steve.
Yes, shout out to Steve. So we went to Ghana, and then he took us to this place. The last place we were supposed to go to before we left Ghana.
Yeah, that was our last night in Ghana.
And then he took us there, and it was like a Korean style place. It was even in a
Yeah.
tent,
Yeah.
like they do, and there was a skillet or something to cook your food.
Yeah, it was like a pot in the
Middle
with like
with
sauce.
with sauce in it, and then you
boiling.
boil the
You
noodles,
pick your noodles, put in it,
put the meat,
put the
and
meat,
pork,
and then
beef.
it was so amazing.
The food tasted amazing.
See, thank you, Steve. It was an experience we would never forget.
never
You have
forget.
made it to our memorable dates. We love you.
yes. It was so awesome. Like sometimes you just think about it, just like take us back.
Take
me
us back. Take me back.
to that place. The food
Anyway,
was amazing.
yeah, that
the
was very
ambience,
memorable.
And we spoke about everything that happened
Yeah,
when we were in Ghana. Because we
Ghana.
went to Ghana for the apostolic visit by Apostle Manuel in Ghana. And the meeting was amazing. So we just spent time talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the entire meeting and how God moved amazingly during that time. And it was just an amazing date. And I really enjoyed it. Although there was a third wheel, Steve, who was single.
Yeah. But we're hoping,
Side
we're rooting
eye.
for you.
I'm rooting for you that maybe by the end of this video, not by the end, by the end of this year.
This year is your year.
This is
Amen.
your year.
Amen.
I can sense it. I can
Hey.
sense it. I can sense it. Anyway, so yeah, it was a wonderful experience, and I really enjoyed that date. It was new. It was new. So
Can I prophesy?
yes, please.
Yes. I see us going on that date again, but this time Steve will be with his wife.
Are you serious?
Hey!
Glory to God.
All right. All right.
Glory to God. Glory. I believe.
Once again, if you're watching this time, please subscribe, guys. We have amazing content.
All right. So I hope with these few points of ours, we'll be
Yeah,
able to
it's
convince and not confuse you why
It's
dates
important
are
to
so
go on dates.
important.
Yes, so important. While you're dating, when you're married, even more important.
Yeah.
Go on a lot of it. Have a budget for it.
Yeah.
Set dates and time for it.
Yeah.
Don't miss going out on dates.
Yeah.
At least twice in a month.
At
Very
least twice in a
important.
month, yeah.
And
It's
even if you
important.
can't go out, just set a time every evening at home. Do movie nights at home.
Yeah.
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 I just remember another memorable date. Oh my God. When we
Yeah.
went on a movie date in Benin. We went to the cinema, went on
Okay.
a movie date.
Okay,
Yeah. Our
yeah.
first movie date
Our first
here
movie
was
date, yeah,
was
yeah.
was
What movie
memorable
did you
as
go to watch?
was well.
What movie
Was
did you go to
nice.
watch?
I can't remember, but it
Oh,
was
I think it
memorable.
was
What, A Tribe Called Judah?
A Tribe Called
Yeah,
Judah.
yeah,
Yes.
Anyway,
It was nice.
yeah, it was nice.
nice.
It was a nice date.
It was really
So go on dates, guys, so that this will be you and your spouse. I don't know how many years later, just reminiscing
on
It's-
the amazing
yes,
times you guys
yes,
have had.
it's so
Yeah,
amazing.
It's amazing.
Looking forward to doing this sometime soon after
yes.
we've had like more memories. We can reminisce again.
Yeah. All right. I hope you guys have learned one or two things. And it's bye from Josh and my beautiful wife. Baby. All right. Bye.